Welcome to our live streams. This is where the grown-ups trade. No hype, no flexing, no TikTok guru nonsense. Just focus, discipline, and respect for the craft. Here we trade gold, the oldest store of value on Earth, at the precision scalping level. That's where trading gets real. Where a single tick too early or too late decides everything. It's the hardest style of trading there is. And the highest form, too, because it demands mastery of mind, structure, and emotion. Execution over ego. Reaction over prediction. Can it be the most lucrative? Yes, but only for those who earn it. There are no shortcuts here. You can't fake discipline at 10-second speed. Most gurus out there sell you dreams from their demo accounts. We build traders who can survive the market on their own terms. We don't promise easy wins. We teach you how to build a system that doesn't break when you do. If you're here, you already know what that takes. Courage, grit, gumption, the willingness to get punched in the face by uncertainty and still show up tomorrow with your rules intact. Because precision scalping isn't just a trading style, it's a mirror. It shows you who you are under pressure, and it forces you to get better, not just as a trader, but as a person. The focus you build here, the emotional control, the ability to act without hesitation, those are life skills. They translate everywhere. So welcome to the Barcelona Trader, where we practice the hardest craft in markets and one of the most rewarding in life. Let's get to work.
Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Let's get this show on the road. All right. What are we missing here? I think that's what we're missing. Get some light going here too. Don't have much light. We had camera and action, but no lights. All right. It is April 16th. We're here to trade the New York session. Trading gold and gold futures. So let's kind of see what we've got going on here. Maybe we bring the music down a little bit. Get ourselves into that we like to be in when we're trading. Probably not dress up today. Okay. Let's get some of that going. All right, let's see what we've got. If we take a little trip around the block here, we see that the VIX is, back down into a reasonable range. It had been way up here at 2240. That is getting pretty volatile. Gold volatility index is down. So gold is back to at least behaving itself. The dollar has been falling. So we're at 98.17 right now. It did rise from the Asia session to the London session, but it has fallen just a little bit since then, pushing gold back up. We've got 10-year U.S. government bond yields also coming back down. But really not giving us a clear indication of which direction we're going to be going here. So let's just kind of continue taking a little trip around the block here. This is the 5-minute spot gold chart. We see that it's been pretty flat overnight. I mean, we do have a range here from 48.38 all the way down to 48.04. So we've had between 30 and 40 pips of range since the market started the Asia session last night. If we really take it down here to where the market opened last night, we're down here at the DM2, so there's more range than that. But for all intents and purposes, here we are sitting right at 48.16. Market has not really taken a direction. If we look here at the 1-minute chart, we can see this is our box if we were going to put price in a box, which, you know, why don't we do that? That's what we do. It's where we started our day. Let's move our box over here on the one minute chart. Box is basically from there to there, right below that pivot, which is the daily pivot, the DPP. All right, so that's where we are. Let's label this box so that we see it on our larger time frames. It will say Thursday, New York opening range. Okay. So that same chart right over here on the upper left side, it's the 1 minute 10-second chart. Over here we were looking at the 1 minute, looking at the gold 1 minute chart. Here we're looking at the spot gold 10-second chart. Here is the spot gold futures chart. Moves in tandem, but at a different price. I trigger my trades on futures, although we do all of our charting on spot gold. The music's a little loud, right? I'm gonna bring that down just a touch. Or maybe it isn't a little loud. Yeah, well, anyway, there we go. So down here, we're looking at the dollar. Have our eye on the dollar. That moves inversely to gold. Over here on the right bottom, we have gold showing a little more strength than the dollar right now on the FX Blue relative currency strength chart. And we have our red spot gold right here on the right side. Okay, so that's where we stand. Now, if I take a look at MT4, let's look at the we're just looking at the white area here on this screen. I don't want to resize it because it gets difficult to put it back the size that I want here, but we've got a 15-minute chart right here with our daily pivots on it. We see that for the last hour sitting on the daily pivot point, unable to break below it, even though we came up below it here earlier this morning. Here's the 1 hour chart showing us kind of the same thing, just sitting right there on the, I think that's the 20 period moving average. Here we have the 4 hour chart. We're pushing up against some pretty serious resistance up here. So we're stuck in a sense between, well, the WM3, the WM3 right there, which coincides pretty closely with the daily pivot point, and this pretty resistance up here. We've gotten pushed all the way up into that resistance, WR1, you know, in the recent past, but that was, looks like pretty much yesterday. Here's the daily pivot. We're not moving very much on a daily basis. We had some bigger candles. This was down here, some bigger candles on the way back up, but we've entered this consolidation zone here where we're not seeing a lot of movement. We are seeing more bullish intent than bearish intent right now, so we want to keep that in mind. And here we have a 15-minute Hakanashi, 5-minute Hakanashi, 1-minute Hakanashi, and the Renko, which is the part that we keep visible on this screen, on our execution screen. Now it looks like the US dollar has drifted down just a little bit here in strength. So let's open the Zoom room. See if Tono's going to join us this morning, or if he'll come on a little bit later like he has been. Today, New York session. Okay. Okay. Get into our zone here. Start doing some gold trading. What do you say? Oh, actually, what I want to do, I need to put up the YouTube chat, which I did not do. So let me get that done. That way, if you're joining on YouTube and you want to ask a question or chat, you can do that. Okay, back to our charts. We are pushing out of this box that we were in, getting right up into the value area high. I'm not going to trade into that. Pull the right go back here, so we're observing the same things. Okay. Well, as long as we're calming things down, let's change our camera angle. And bring the lighting down. Keeps us in the zone. Okay. 1 minute for 8 o'clock. I'd be taking a buy here, but we're going to wait for the algorithms to fight it out first here right at the candle. A lot of resistance above us, so even though we might go up, we don't have far to go before we're going to hit a brick wall. So that it might be deciding to come down a little bit. Not much to do here. So let's talk a little bit about bit about the charts and where we are here. Right. Well, wait a minute here. I don't want to miss a move. We're right at the value area high. I'd like to get into a buy because I think it's safe to say that we're going up. But with that value area high right there, I'm talking about this orange line right here. You can see if I jiggle my mouse, make my mouse bigger, you can see it right there. Value area high. Previous day value area high. And I'll explain what that is. You know, keep watching the show. You know what that is. But it's the short version, it's a point where price hits that and makes a decision about whether it's going to go up or it's going to go down. And just because it was doing one thing before it got to that level doesn't mean that's what it's going to continue to do. So, given that variable there, I didn't want to get into a buy. And, you know, so far that's looking like a good decision. Of course, price action was dictating that to me as well. Now it's coming down, but again, can we trust it to be coming down? Gold is still stronger than the dollar. And we didn't really smack into that resistance zone before coming down, so I'm thinking this is either just a course of business sell by a big player, or it is some fake out going on here. Guess we'll see. Comes back down through this resistance right here. Price comes back down through here, and we might be going down. that move happened too fast for me to do anything about that. And also, when it happens that fast, without any catalyst or stimulus that you can point to, such as a news event or a Trump tweet, not seen. What do we have? I didn't see any particular Trump tweet that was could have caused that. I guess he did tweet something. I can't tell when that happened. There it is. No, that was 2 days ago, so no. Or I guess yesterday. Okay, we're gonna keep coming down, so. We're at a swing low here, you see on the 10-second. It's a little late for me to be getting into this. So you see here on the window, we were hitting the daily pivot again. So I think I'll get in now. Maybe not. Maybe it didn't have as much room to run down as I thought it did. I will be thinking about getting out if it's going to go the other way. Actually, if it's going to go the other way, I'll probably just get into it going the other direction. Yeah, I'm going to get out. If it give me back so just a tiny bit of money, give me back $8. But I wanted to be out of it at that point. That was a bit of a mistake getting into it to begin with. Whoops. But also, a win is a win. If it were under $5 or $6, call it a break. Because you could same on the other side. If I lost $5, $6, call it a break even. This one was $8, so I'm calling it a win. Even though, again, I will journal that that was a mistake trade, and that the fact that out with $8 was, luck. I'm not going to say there wasn't skill involved, because you have to understand price action and whether I had, any belief in the probability at all of it actually getting me out, positive. So, there was some skill in that, but, by the time once I realized I was wrong about the trade, then, the fact that it does go down and let me back out is, it's a lucky move anyway. Even if I had to read it right, it was still a lucky move. What I should have done maybe is gotten into that buy there, but there's what's that called, a refractory period, maybe, where once you have just entered a trade and just got out of a trade, you're mentally, emotionally, you've got to reset usually before you get into another trade. And times when I see I've gotten in the wrong direction and it starts just taking off in the other direction, I'll do a close in reverse, where it will close my trade and just place the trade as quickly as possible in the opposite direction. And in that kind of a situation, it's really just a movement, a part of the same trade, right? But in this case, when I realized I was wrong and then it still came back and let me out, at that point, I'm just wanting to get out of that trade and close that trade. And so getting out of that trade produces a bit of a sense of relief. There's some finality to that play happening. And even if I see, price is probably still going to continue on up right here, one, I'm probably not even thinking that. I'm still thinking about, I'm glad I got out of that. Let's see, how close did that come? What is that, $8? Okay, let me change the stats panel. Those are the thoughts going through my head, not what's the next trade I can get into. In the future, I'm going to be working on that, so that isn't what goes on for me. What goes on for me right now. You can see price still here in the zone, in the box that we painted here. And we do have news today at 8:30. So we have jobless claims. What do we have? Jobless claims. And the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, both orange, but unemployment claims tend to move gold, assuming they are that the actuals differ from the projected, and especially if the previous week has been adjusted. Significantly different from what it was. All right, what do we have here? Let's just look at what we've got. Let me take the indicators off so we can see things clearly. What I have here, this is using Hakanashi candles. Bullish candles are gold, get it? And bearish candles are blue for the tears you shed when you're losing money. I have drawn a white box around the zone that we were in when I came to the desk this morning. So got here about 7:15. We were in this zone here. We've had a failed breakout to the top of that zone and a failed breakout to the bottom of that zone. To the top, we hit the previous day value area high, and to the bottom, we hit the previous day value point of control, previous day point of control. So that actually seems to be our boundaries, at least on the lows and the highs right there. When I put the indicators back, you'll see I have a regression channel indicating of the market with some trend lines essentially drawn around them. So you can see both the range in which it's moving in whatever directions it's moving. We have a 9-period EMA running right along price for precision scalpers. So that's especially especially useful on the the 10-second chart where we actually do our trading. We use it to just kind of measure the trend. No kind of when to get out of a trade once we're in. We don't always use it. Just depends on how long the trade goes on. Especially longer trades, we use it. Here we're getting another come back down here. Probably going to come back down to here or so, unless it has more momentum.
Morning.
Oh, good morning.
How you doing, man?
Okay.
I had a crazy night last night, man. Couldn't sleep.
Oh no.
So I just got up and traded the London session, the London Open, and made 3,200, man,
Wow.
on 4 accounts.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, unbelievable. So I'm dying to see what New York gives us, but I'm burnt out.
Well, sounds like you made your night. So if you
Yes, I made my. No, I'm here. I'm here. I made my enough for the month, so I can stick around and just. Yeah, look, I'm gonna send it to you so she don't think I'm lying.
Oh no, she can't hear. You're in my headphones, so she didn't hear. She was talking to the dog. She heard something.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you make out yesterday? Because I left you a little early.
I didn't trade. I didn't
Oh,
trade.
when I got off.
Yeah, after you got out, I mean, the market just did nothing. I stuck around for a little while longer, but there was nothing to do.
Yeah, there was nothing. It
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. That's the way it looked, at least.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube this morning.
Okay. So look, we got unemployment, I think. What's today?
Yeah, unemployment
New.
at 8:30. Yep.
But
And,
now
and Philly
Jim
Fed.
but Gemini is telling me the numbers before it came out.
What
How was that?
what is it telling you?
It's telling me that I should wait till 10 a.m. before I place any trades, and it says the A30 data impact, the jobs claims just came in slightly higher than expected. This is good. Bad news is good news, Brent, for the Nasdaq because it's cooling the Fed's hawkishness.
All right,
The
let's see
Philly
if
and
it's.
Fed industrial production manufacturer data is showing resilience. So how's that doing that?
Let's find out. Let's see what it. Let's see. We got 4 minutes to go before we're going to see the news. So
Yeah,
let's see if it's correct. Did it say which direction price went? No,
I can ask it.
no. I mean, it can't tell the future. It can't tell the future. We can see where the price is right now. But
Yeah, but it's
but I
just crazy. If that's right, how is that possible?
yeah,
Or is it bullshitting me like AI does,
I
you
think it's
know?
probably. I think it's probably using you from previous week or something. But let's see. But the reason it's telling you not to place a trade until 10:45 or whatever is because you're still talking about Nasdaq. You're not talking about gold, right?
Right.
Right.
Yes. But I'm saying, how does it get these numbers
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Is
No
this
way.
right?
I don't think it can. I mean, if it's right, that's crazy. People are going to start figuring that out, and then
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Because if it's true, that means we can actually trade the news and make a killing.
Right. We could front run the news.
Front running news.
Right.
I'm dying to see how this plays out because that's crazy.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get in trouble if they've been releasing the data early to Google, because nobody's supposed to have it.
Don't tell your wife; she's gonna go tell the boss. 2 minutes.
So it said unemployment claims came in hotter than expected. We'll
Let's
see.
see.
They're expecting 213,000.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30. Nothing yet. $207,000. So it came in less than expected. So good for a dollar, bad for gold. Both Philly Manufacturing Index as well. Good for dollar, bad for gold.
So why did it say Joe's lying? Jobs claims came in slightly higher than expected.
Right, and it's hallucinating. Guess I'll get into a sell. I've got a support right here on the 1 minute I didn't see.
And what was the job? What was the Philly?
Came in at 26 point something. I should have stayed in, but it wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and it was. And I saw the support here that it's hitting on the 1 minute, and I got like a $1 win. That's a break even.
So now I know you can't trust this thing 100%.
Right. Yeah.
It said you're absolutely right to call me out on that. I definitely missed the mark on the direction. You motherfucker. Like, like, oh my bad, you caught me lying. You know what I mean? That is funny, man.
Yeah.
It says, as to why I said it was high before the drop, honestly, I was expecting a cooler trend based on the previous week's revision and some of the softer manufacturing sentiment we've been seeing in the regional Philly data. I leaned too hard into the projection
Oops.
rather
Yeah.
than sticking to the wait and see approach.
Okay. Still inside the range we were in when we sat down.
Yeah. There's nothing above it, so why are we having this? I guess on the 5 minute there's a resistance.
And if you look at
And
the 4
the
hour,
yeah, the 1 hour's jacked too. Yeah.
so it's actually, if you look at my 1 minute chart here, we're actually stuck between yesterday's value area high.
Mhm.
It's
Right in the
exactly,
box.
yeah, and it won't,
Yeah.
right between the 2 orange lines.
Yeah.
And it can't seem to break either way. There are 11 pips between the two extremes, so there's enough room to make money in the middle. The only problem is getting the direction right, because it
Yeah.
just changes direction on you in the middle.
Gold has been somewhat disappointing on the New York sessions. The last couple trading days.
Say that again, sorry.
Gold has been somewhat disappointing this week on the New York sessions.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You
even
know?
on the Asian sessions, it hasn't been great.
Yeah, yeah. I thought I would see more based on, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it's the good weather. Maybe some of the maybe Wall Street thinks we're in summer months.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right, looking break below the point of control.
What is your point of control? I have mine at 26.49. No, we're looking at two different things, so it don't matter.
And not doing that right now, but if it does break below the point of control, we'll probably enter a sell. Tono's testing a new system, but he's testing it on the NASDAQ, so you can't follow his trades today.
Look at that break, barely moving.
Yeah, if you 1 minute, I mean, we're just putzing around. The 5 minutes even worse, just a barcode.
Yeah.
Just sitting right there on the daily pivot.
Yeah. What is your daily pivot?
It is, second, 4815.75.
Yeah, we're right on it. We did this yesterday on the daily pivot, remember?
Yeah. It's the daily pivot dance.
Yeah. Do we have any other news tonight?
I think, well, there were some FOMC members speaking. One of them already started, I'm sure. Let's see. FOMC member William speak. That was at 8:35. We don't have. No, we don't have anything else today. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. Did you make all the money while I was gone?
Yeah. Took a nap. Well, for YouTube, sometimes you make the money and sometimes you got to sit and wait.
Yeah.
This week has kind of been a sitting wait week.
Yeah. Tuesday night, I did well. And then yesterday was basically break even all day, nothing. And today, so far, been the same thing. All right, a minute for 9 o'clock. All right, that's 9 o'clock right there. That should have moved a little more than it did, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But market's never wrong.
The NASDAQ is doing absolutely nothing too.
Yeah.
They're both sitting. I mean, it actually did a couple of moves. Your gold did a couple of moves just now, but nothing you could take.
Right. Yeah. I'm waiting for it to get above the value area high here.
Is it still trading your box?
Yeah. So above the value area high, right here, which is at 48.22.5 more or less. So if we break above where we've already topped out at 48.23, then we have a clean run up until about 48.28, where the spare volume is, and possibly 48.30 where the DM3 is.
Okay. There's a resistance on the 1 minute and 5 minute, exactly what we're talking about though.
Yeah, right. Well, we're right where we are right now.
23. If it could break that
so,
23, yeah.
Yeah, get into that 24 area, then we've got a good 4
You got a
or
nice
5.
little run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Looks good. Just gotta wait for a little momentum or volume to come into the market.
Yeah. Oh wow, that would have been a nice trade. I did not see that coming.
It's back to the pivot.
Yeah. My internal bias was bullish, so when that started coming down, I just figured it'd come down, a little bit and start heading back up again. Yeah. Because of that, I was describing to you that hey, if we get up here above this 23 or 24, then we got a clean run up to 28 or 30. So I was looking for that to happen. So when this started late to recognize it. So when the drop began to happen, I was late to recognize it. Yeah. 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 Oh, you mean the time of day? Oh, or just because of you did sleep last night and all that stuff, yeah. Oh. That's funny. Right, right. Yeah, I completely understand that. Right. Oh, and I could use a really good session like your London session. That would be good. Yeah. Well, there you go. And that was on gold or NASDAQ? Gold. Good. As a lot of people do. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It depends. I mean, it goes in spurts. It'll be amazing, and then the next month it'll be not great. And right now we're in a not great month, and I think last month was not actually. Last month wasn't too bad. I find with the Asian session that you just have to go into it knowing that you're going to be waiting. And if you try to take these little moves, yeah, you can scalp your way there, but you also run the chance of having to get into it or having to hit your stop loss or something. But if you just wait, it usually makes one or two good moves before 10 p.m. And if if you just go in at 8 and just resign yourself to the fact that you might be there for 2 hours just waiting. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, the 5-minute chart really tells the story of this session. It's just a barcode. So we've had, when we started the session, we've had a couple of failed breakouts to the top and a couple more to the bottom, but it's just been coming right back into this 11 pip, no, not even 11 pips, that's from 15 to 21, 6 pip range. It's really just been moving in, and you can see even when it's in the range, it's very choppy within the range. It doesn't even make smooth moves up and down, up and down. And so you can't trade that. And, you know, the failed breakouts don't inspire a lot of confidence either. So just kind of waiting. So down here on the bottom left, we have US dollar. So we like to watch that. It moves inversely to gold, usually. But, you know, it's also not moving much today. It is weak, 98.17. Gold is strong. Well, on the spot chart, it's at 48.17. Futures, 48.39. We've got 10-year US government bond yield on the 30-minute chart up here on the top left, and the 1-minute chart here on the bottom left, and then the dollar DXY on a 30-minute and 1-minute. What? Breaking news. Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax and wife die in murder-suicide.
What?
Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax shot his wife multiple times and then killed himself, Fairfax County Police confirmed Thursday.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's sad news. He was a governor, a candidate for governor of Virginia. Oh, that is so sad.
Boom, 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 boom. Coming up on 9:30. We should see something happen.
Okay, what are we doing? Nothing. Staying in this little zone, this little 6-pip zone that it won't behave within, so you can't trade it.
Back basically around the pivot.
Makes you want to take yourself outside the woodshed, just end it all. This is the trading show where we talk about disturbing subjects. All right, got about 1 minute for 9:30.
Mhm.
All right, it's full margin Thursday. We're gonna front run this 9:30. I don't want to hear no bitching, Tono, if you lose all your money.
I'm thinking about front running the sell right now,
Yeah, too.
but it's still on the pivot, so it's dangerous.
Yeah. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think we can go down.
Yep. Let's see what happens.
Oh, no, man. Come on. It's not doing what I needed it to do.
No, it's jerking us. I'll let it play out though. I think it's still gonna come down for us.
I'm gonna get out. Going a pretty big support here on the 1 minute. I'd get out if it gives you $1. You still in?
Yeah, I'm still in. It's jerking me around, up and down.
Yeah. a rocket to the other side of the range. Can it keep going?
Get ready to hedge.
What we'd like to see here is just a little consolidation and then another impulse up. Unless you're Tono, you want it to come all the way back down to where we started so he can get out of his trade. I took a loss on that trade. Tono has not taken a loss. It's not.
Well, I'm in a floating loss, so.
See it. It's no loss until it's.
This is gonna be one of those trades I just put a take profit in and a hedge in for later.
Yeah. Yeah. You should go back to bed then.
No, I'm awake now.
Mhm.
I'm past the 9:30 mark.
Right.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty alert right now.
Okay.
I'm $12 down for the session. You know, I was up by about 10 bucks or something like that. So it's pretty much a break-even day. I mean, unless something changes here. I just can't break above this previous day value area high. That's where we are. Just can't break above it. Huge resistance on the 4-hour coming up, but that starts around 48.30, so we have like 8 pips before we really hit that. But it can't even break above where we are right now. It's trying right now.
Right.
Now rocketing back toward you. Gonna let you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Then it went back to 100 negative.
Yep. I'd hedge right here if I were you.
I'll let it
But
run.
not financial advice. Right on the pivot.
Yeah, I'm stuck in this for a minute. You staying in?
I'm not in it. I got out of the
No, I mean,
trade.
no, I mean, you're still thinking about trading?
Oh, yeah, I'll probably give it till 10, I guess. If
Yeah,
nothing happens before 10, I mean, if nothing happens by 10:05, I'll call it.
yeah.
Just because yesterday was a bust, and if it does something, you know, right after I leave the screen, that's gonna suck.
That's gonna suck. Yeah.
But you've had a couple great days. I'd
Yeah.
go celebrate. Pop a tomato juice and sit back and throw your feet up.
Yeah. Right. Take a nice long nap.
There you go.
Because I'm wiped. There we go. I'm getting ready to get out of this trade.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we go. He gave me 100. I was too greedy.
Mm. I'd get out.
Yeah.
Hitting
One
the
more
point of
shot.
control. We're at the point of
Yeah, I'm
control, and
out.
it's coming back
I
up.
made $80.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's better than taking that big loss.
Yeah, but that was a bad trade on my end.
All right, but we're gonna give you some confetti anyway.
I had too much drawdown to be celebrating. You know, I'm embarrassed. Uh, yeah, I got out right on time.
Yeah. And I'd try to take it back up, except we got the pivot right above us again now.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, this is going to be one of those days that that is it's going to make a move about 11:30. It's going to be a
Yeah.
big move, and we're going to
Yep.
be like,
We're gonna be out of it.
I'm going to get in a sell.
I'll take it with you.
Yep. There we go. I'll take that. Yeah, I could have kept going a little bit more too. Yeah, it's still going. But I'll, you know, at least now I'm 14 positive. Well, no, I was down. What did I say? I was down 12. So it was actually, you know, it was 26 bucks. But yeah, that was a lot of work for 26 bucks. Oh, I see. You were saying like the whole day. Yeah, the whole session. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was a lot of work. A lot of waiting. I don't know about work, but yeah, still going. That's the move. Well, I'm sad I missed the whole thing. I'm not getting back in. It's gonna hit the value area low here in just a second. It's got another leg down to it. Maybe down to the DM2. That's nice. I'm kind of waiting for it to turn around. Yeah. Just on the profit taking. We're getting supports on the daily pivot already. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Ah, no, motherfucker. It came back on me, so I had to get out at break even. Got 2 minutes to 10 o'clock. About 35 seconds to 10 o'clock. Fifteen seconds. O'clock. Yeah. fake out. Gonna take it down. Yeah. I don't need the aggravation. I just want to be on the right side of a highly predictable move.